In today's matchup,
we've got a pair of teams who very much want to get back to 500 today. It's the Seahawks going up against the Raiders.
Oh no, Boff spilled the beans.
The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues.
What about
Brandon
it?
Guyton
What's experimental
and Charles
about
Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders.
I can't even run 2 yards.
I can't run fucking 200 yards a game.
The
barely
NFL
won
season
20
is in
now.
high gear, and off we go in week 11
did a
on
few
EA
times before, you
Sports.
know.
This is fielded at the goal line.
No way.
Oh, nice spin.
If you have a count, I would like to know. I feel like it happened maybe 2, maybe 3 times.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. At a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Check your spreadsheet.
Oh, they have the whole freaking server.
Look, he's an engineer. He's a college graduate in engineering. He likes to keep spreadsheets.
They have a whole wing at Hofstra for this shit.
And they'll run it here.
Madden
he's going to be
stats.
stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage.
This is our Madden stats room.
No gain, and it's second down. And if this offense is
Dude, I was looking at
today,
classes at
certainly
USC, and they got some weird as shit
Without
there.
a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Arm, you gonna go to school?
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, not at USC right now.
How would I see what is...
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now they try the right side here, and he is going to lose
No.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hell no.
So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this loose before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't
That's
they?
like
Next man up.
No excuses.
It's like 60 grand a year.
You can't
That's
do
the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys
Le'Veon
on the
Bell's
roster
career
who are
average
capable
per
of
game
filling
is
in.
76 yards.
If I do anything, it's being online.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Phoenix University.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter,
Watch
first
the movie,
drive,
everybody.
first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's
I don't think so, Eckert, because
to open things up. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football.
Is this the 2022
if someone's
season?
trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only
Averaging
going to help
90
your
yards.
defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got
I
rid
had
of
him,
it
he
before
averaged
taking the
70
hit, but
yards a
incomplete.
game, except
They
for
get 6 here
2020
after the
average.
incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some...
Oh, no.
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
All right, well,
and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Week 11 and he hasn't had a touchdown?
What was that injury that you got from?
On play action, they'll throw.
Still on.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I'm slow.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Are like +2.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend.
I mean, I want to, but it's like a fucking sauna.
A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
It's RC cars.
It's your butt. Oh, God, why do I keep going to depth chart? Fuck.
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, I won a race, but I know it's going to be hot as fuck. Let's see what it's supposed to be today. It's going to be 99 today.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
It's supposed to be 99 tomorrow.
And that's the coolest day for the next 10 days.
It'll be second down.
So it's going to be, oh my God.
It's going to be 112 next week.
So second and medium, second
This is our forecast. 99, 105, 108, 109, 110, 112, 110, 107, 104 for the next 10 days.
On second down, Wilson.
Well, we live in a fucking desert.
Yeah.
23 yards.
Seriously, he was out for 6 weeks.
Time was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Oh, I thought going to be a free agent.
Forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'm not playing Madden.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards.
I said that 3 seasons ago, but I still have fun.
On second down, here's
Wilson. This season.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down.
The production rate of the league just went up by 75%.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them
even though I hardly
speed,
bleed.
And they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw.
Oh wait, never mind.
And they'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and
The reason I'm not burnt out is because we
into
pretty much play at our own pace.
And the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure.
That one season where we played like every fucking day, almost. We advanced like 2 days.
Yeah, we finished
that season. Got me burnt out,
and a new
and I almost
here after picking up the first on the ground.
Second and one
that's
is
why I
an
don't.
invitation
That's why
to
I
take
don't
the big
find.
shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
I only mind if you're the last person and then you say you're going to play later every night.
Well, last night I really was, and then I laid down, and then my
What about the
bed
night before when you said it too?
Same thing. My bed felt really comfortable when I laid
And
down.
every other week before that this season. You could just retire now.
Have a comfy ass
Now
bed.
Wilson on second down.
I mean, you could just quit now. That's what you were using.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
4 and 6. You can still make a run at
I
it.
can still make
This
it.
will be the 8th play of the drive. On third down, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10.
One season I made it as like what, 7-9.
Take it down to the 7-yard line.
I think I'm
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Division are you?
He usually has the advantage because of his body
AFC
type.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after
Patriots
only
are
a couple
leading
of
at
yards
6
as he
and
gets
3.
it down to the
So
5.
you could go on a streak.
And the offense ready
10
for
and
play
6.
number 10 of this
It's
series.
impossible. The AFC East always comes down to like the rest.
They'll run it
My
now.
division has always come down to that, but this year's
Vegas
just
with another
suck.
touchdown.
Into the end zone, touchdown
Thank God.
Seahawks.
I'm 10 and 0. The Ravens are in second place at 4 and
With
5.
touchdown number 8 on
Steelers
the
are
year.
1 and 8.
And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break.
I want to do the thing that only Bruce Wilson has done so far.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
You know, one thing I just thought of, what if we ended up going to Vegas? What if we already, like, going for Vegas to win that?
They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge.
Then I would sell it on the black market for 7
but
times
sometimes it's
the price
another
that I
player on the
booked
team, a star, a veteran.
I haven't looked at the freaking prices, but I heard they're like,
because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Go to it at that arena, the least amount would be like
no.
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Not right. Not if you get tickets when they go on sale. There's probably $40 tickets.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt.
You think so for that fight?
Yes. The problem is the resale.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different.
It's a fucking 16,000
perfectly for the defense.
seat arena.
All the gaps were filled, except
Actually,
for the
it's
one the
18
offense really wanted to run through. And that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great
tackle.
I guarantee you the starting price of those tickets will be like $35.
Punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
But reselling tickets would probably be a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know, meetings with coaches all across the league. Pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down, you gave up a touchdown, you can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't know how accurate it was, but
that catch is expected. Red zone presence.
I signed up for that ancestry.
And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
I guess my name is...
Here's Wilson.
Because one of the things on the website, like the origins of your last name and all that. Apparently, mine is
used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks.
63% English.
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary extraordinary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Oh, see? You're just taking after your ancestors.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
He
is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
4th and goal on the 5. 2-minute warning of the first half. Okay? Take a point. I'm ahead by, it's 7-0 me, and I get the ball back in the second half. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. My last game, I think I mentioned it earlier, my last game,
running out here on the play clock. With very little
I
time left on the play clock,
I think I was within
it's just their first,
like
so
a minute left in the game. It was 30-27 Minnesota. I had a wide open Martavis Bryant.
From my cue card here, there we go.
Freaking quarterback goes back, he's in the throwing motion, gets hit, they pick it up and run it for a touchdown. I don't know how that wasn't considered an incomplete pass. Like, but I watched the replay again. He freaking, his arm was going forward and they still called it a fumble.
On the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go
they're gonna
that
change.
4th down.
You're going to see more. You're going to see more.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ten yards to go on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get...
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. This one from 35 yards away. And Frank's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hey, I got defensive holding.
So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. Jihad Ward in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That wasn't a sack. That was that.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Raiders are on the bad end of things at home. We'll have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Seahawks have been the better team, though, and will try to maintain the lead in the second half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Seahawks have it on 2nd and 5. He'll take the run up the middle, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out. Seahawks take the early lead. Seahawks have it on 2nd and 5. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 5. Continuing on the drive, here we get a quick pass and completion, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Seahawks up by 2 touchdowns. Now 1st and 10, Ward's able to zero in on the QB here. This goes for a loss of 4. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Oakland for the start of the second half.
All right.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone.
And
he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. They're losing here as we begin the 3rd quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Find under pressure, and they got to him again. Jihad Ward, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Hot blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, my God.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Higgins just fumbled.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do?
Like
but,
the
hey,
10-yard
let's
line.
tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Encroachment, defense.
This guy's got like a fucking 99 carry. And then he does shit like
and
that.
the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
I hit stick like all the time. And I can never
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run the option left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Let's go. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Cover 4.
A
You
solid
get extra
pick up
points.
at 13 sets him up first and goal.
That's a great
and there
idea.
they went crossing
But
route
they got
against
a
his own
first down.
defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot in what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And they'll go on the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And back at the 8 now. Third and goal.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Go.
A great read, and it's picked off.
Go.
He's
2
got
points.
daylight.
2 points.
The 40,
Come on.
the 30.
Come on.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a
Thank
pick
God.
two,
I
if
got
you
a
will,
touchdown, but I got an interception.
In a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math.
But
don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And out now come the Seahawks. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd down following the run. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slides to avoid the hit. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now 3rd down, less than a yard. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
What do you mean
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
What?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
I'm still very much in
There's
this.
Wilson to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
I need to win out, but I'm still eligible.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
I mean, it's been a rough season. I've never had this many injuries before, but, like, fuck, man.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Going for it
Oh,
all.
no.
So they took a shot on first
Oh,
down.
he caught that, too. Watch this.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Wilson.
He caught that.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. And numbers to like, that's for sure here. Back-to-back good games. Maybe they found something last week that they can carry forward here, a little blueprint.
Yeah, we often talk about a defense seeing something that held a person down and implementing it at themselves. In this case, I think exactly what you said. This is working. Until someone comes up with an answer for it, no reason to go away from it. Plus, let's just face it, he's as good as any receiver in the league. He is just playing at a really high level. They've got to continue to find ways to get him the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So they went for it from the run on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. Yeah, they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that, and the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, shit, they're going for it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Good job.
He had it and dropped it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line.
Wow.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They come up at an offset eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I'm going to go for it again on 4th down if I don't make it. Did you? I'm gonna watch it again.
On 3rd and goal, Process. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Yes. The question is what?
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Oh my God, Wilson. Broken play. Wilson ran it in. It was supposed to be a
his second touchdown of the game,
a
giving
running play with Higgins.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
It was either a read option and I missed.
Sometimes you just put it in the
I don't know
hands
what
of your
happened, but
quarterback.
Wilson ended up
Let him
running
take
in.
you home.
Wow.
And you just know the NFL playbooks
Yeah, it was supposed to be an inside
just
zone,
a little bit
but I
thicker
guess the
because just about
handoff
everyone
got
has a
broken.
quarterback run series involved
Wow.
now, and we just saw the evidence of it.
Do defenses hate that?
Drives them crazy because the quarterback is usually not a guy that runs
That's
the
pretty
football.
good, 21
You
points
cover
from
everyone
4th
else,
down.
and all of a sudden he waltzes in on you.
That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that brings up 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aldon Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they're going to speed things up here. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
God damn it. Let's see if I can get a...
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
Oh my God. Yeah.